Namaste students. I hope you all are fine. Our today's topic is forfeiture of share issued at premium. As you all know, company can issue its shares at par also or at premium also. When a shares issued at par, it means they are issuing shares at a price which is equal to the face value. If I say a share price of value of share is 10 rupees and the company is issuing its shares at 10 rupees only, it means the share has been issued at par. The company, a 10 rupees share, company is issuing it 10 rupees only and they are taking installment like this, which is paid on application 3 rupees, on allotment 2 rupees, on first call 3 rupees and the final call rupees 2. It means company issuing 10 rupees share at 10 rupees only. It means company issuing his share at par. And now when a company issued at premium, when the shares issued at premium, it means the shares are issued at a price which is above than the face value. In same example, we can say if a company's share value, the value of share is rupees 10 and company is issuing this share at rupees 12. It means company is issuing his share at premium. The 10 rupees share the company is issuing at 12 rupees above the face value of shares. Now that premium can be collected at any installment. They can collect at the time of application, they can collect at the time of allotment, at the time of first call, at the time of final call. But when nothing is given in the question, it means they are collecting the premium along with the allotment. And here allotment is a second installment and they are collecting premium at allotment. And you all know the entries which we passed when the shares issued at a premium. This. Now come to this forfeiture of shares. This also you know, forfeiture of share means cancellation of share. Cancellation means, see, when a shareholder, if a shareholder fails to pay the amount which is due on allotment or on any call, when the shareholder fails to pay or refuse to pay any amount, the director, the company's director has a right to forfeit his share, means cancel his share. For example, a shareholder who is holding 100 shares fails to pay the first call and the final call. He refused to pay the first call and the final call. The company may cancel his this 100 shares and the company is not bound to return the money which he had received on allotment and application. The company can cancel like this only. Clear this thing? Now come to our topic, which is forfeiture of share, cancellation of share issued at premium. As you all know, when a company issued its share at par and the share cancelled, means share forfeit, at that time the share capital reduce, it means we debit the share capital. See, when the company issued shares, the share capital increases and we credit the share capital, and share capital has a liability. Now in this case, when we cancel the share, it means share capital is reducing. We have to debit the share capital with the amount which is called. After that, we credit the calls which are not paid. The shareholder, the calls which is not paid by the shareholder will be credited, as we have debited when the calls were due. When the calls due, the entry is like when the first call dues, the entry will be share first call account debit to share capital. In that case, what we will do? We'll debit the share first call. But now we are not receiving the first call, so we have to cancel the debit balance of share first call, and that will be credited in the cancellation entry to share first call account. In same way, the second also we will cancel to share final call. Final or second call, anything we can write. Final call account. And yes, the amount which we have received, that we will write here. that will be credited in to share forfeitures account. This is an entry when the shares are issued at par. Now come to the question where the shares are issued at premium. When the shares are issued at premium. And here there is a two situation. A first situation is when we receive the premium amount. The premium amount is received. Premium amount is received. It means the shares are forfeited or this forfeiture takes place after the premium amount is received. It means the person has paid this amount also and this amount also. Means this application money he has paid, allotment money along with the premium he has paid. Only first and final call is not paid by the person. In that case, this premium amount we will not touch. Security premium reserve account will not debit. Now why it is not debit? Security premium reserve account generally will use for writing of the miscellaneous expenses, writing of the preliminary expenses, for giving the discount, for issuing the bonus share and all. So that's why we will not debit the security premium reserve account, because that premium we have received and that we have transferred to the security premium reserve account. Now it is fixed there and that will be used for a different purpose. Clear this thing? So in first situation when the premium amount is received, in that case we will make the entry like this only. In this, share capital will be debit and the amount will be debited except the premium, excluding the premium. It means this application allotment only, it means it will be debited by 5 only. To first call which is not received, that is by 3, and the final call that also we have not received. Now here is a called up amount. Final and this also we have called up, it means by 10. Share first call by 3, share final call by 2, and here share forfeiture, which is application and allotment money except this security premium reserve account, which is rupees 5. Now this will be the end. Clear this thing? Now come to the second situation when the premium amount is due but not received. When the premium amount is not received. Not received means when this forfeiture takes place before receiving the amount which is due on allotment. If I talk about for this question, it means the person has not paid the allotment money also. The person has not paid the allotment money, but this premium amount is due. When we make an entry for due, what entry will pass? We'll pass a simple entry. For allotment only I am going to pass share allotment account debit to share capital and to security premium reserve account, because when the allotment is due, that is due with the security premium, and here we'll write 4, 2 and 2. Clear this thing? Now come to the entry of cancellation. Here the person is not paying the allotment amount. That also will write here to share allotment account. That also we are not receiving. Allotment also we are not receiving. So here I will write 2 rupees allotment I am not receiving. Clear this thing? And now we have received only 3 rupees. In forfeiture, the only 3 rupees will go. Clear this thing? Now, along with the allotment, the security premium reserve account also we are not receiving on that particular shares, because that shareholder is failed to pay the allotment money also. Now in this entry, the security premium reserve account is due, but that we have not received. So for cancelling this amount, we have to debit the security premium securities premium reserve account, that we will debit because we have to cancel as we are not receiving the security on allotment. Clear? And here also will increase now allotment along with the security premium we are not receiving. Allotment we are not receiving, here we credit the amount which we are not receiving, the amount which we are not received. Allotment along with the security we are not receiving, first call we are not receiving, final call we are not receiving, and the share forfeiture account, the amount which we have received. Only application money we have received, and this allotment, share first call and final call we are not receiving. Clear this thing? Two situations I had explained here. Forfeiture of share issued at premium. The first situation, when the premium amount is received. When we receive the premium amount, we will not touch the security premium reserve account as we have received that. We will not debit the security premium reserve account, and we will not write anything on a credit side also. But here, when the premium amount is not received, when the forfeiture take place before receiving the security premium reserve account, but security premium reserve account is due. When the security premium reserve account is due, we have credited the account, and for the cancellation we have to debit the security premium reserve account. In that case, we will write 2 rupees here, share allotment of this along with the premium, then first call, final call, and the amount which we have received. I hope this concept is clear. Now this thing I will explain you with the help of one example. Now let us understand the concept of forfeiture of share issued at premium with the help of one example. Here I have taken one question. First we have to understand the question. What is given in the question? In this question they are saying the company issued 900 shares. The company is issuing 900 shares whose face value is rupees 100, but they are issuing at 105 rupees. It means the company is issuing his share at premium. The 5 rupees is a premium, and the amount is payable. This 100 plus 5 rupees is payable on application rupees 30, on allotment rupees 25, in which premium is included. 20 plus 5. And the first call 20 rupees and the final call is rupees 30. Now they are saying, see, if we start the question like this only, company is issuing 900 share at the rate of 100 each, but at 105 rupees. When a company issue his share, the company receive the application money, and the entry for receiving the application money is bank account debit. Here I write bank account debit to share application account. Company is issuing 900 share and they are receiving application money. It means 900 into 30, which is 27,000 they are receiving. And next entry also you all know, we'll transfer the application money into share capital account. Here we'll write second entry, share application account, equity share application account to share capital. The same amount we will transfer to share capital, which is 27,000. Now come to the question. Question is saying a shareholder who held 100 shares failed to pay the first call. The shareholder is failed to pay the first call. One shareholder is not paying the first call and his share forfeited. It means the person is paying this allotment amount, and premium also is paying. The second entry will also pass. Second is due on allotment, the amount which is due on allotment. For due, will make the entry, will give information to the shareholder with the help of this entry. Share allotment account debit to share capital. Now the company is issuing his share at premium, and the premium is also due on allotment. So we will write here only to securities premium reserve account. Now on allotment, total 25 rupees is due. Out of this 25, 20 rupees is related with the share capital and 5 rupees is related with the security premium reserve. Now total shares are 900 at the rate of 25. We'll write in allotment with at the rate of 20 we'll write in share capital. Now 900 into 20 that is 18,000 and 900 into 5 4,500 and here 22,500 will come. Clear this? Now allotment money also we are receiving. Here I'll make entry bank account debit to share allotment and complete money I am receiving. Means total 22,500 I am receiving at the time of allotment. Clear this thing? Now come to the next entry, first call due. First we'll make the entry for due and the entry is share first calls account debit. When the calls are due, the calls will be debit and will raise the share capital. That's why I am crediting the share capital account and the calls are debited. Share first call at the rate of rupees 20. Yani 900 at the rate of 20. Means 18,000 is due to the shareholder. I hope this is clear. Now they are saying a shareholder who held 100 share failed to pay the first call. It means the person who is having 100 share failed to pay the first call, which is 2,000. It means we are receiving 2,000 less. Total we have to receive 18,000 and now we are receiving bank account debit to share first call. And this we can do like this also. Total 900 share, 100 share we are not receiving. It means total 800 share we are receiving at the rate of 20. Or from 18,000 you can less this 2,000, then also 16,000 will come. Now just recall that calls in area account. See this we can do with the help of that entry also. I can write here bank account debit, calls in area account debit to share first call. I can open calls in area account 2. Clear? Entry will make like that also. Clear? But here I am not opening the calls in area account. I am simply writing bank account debit, share first call account debit. And if you want to open calls in area account, then write here bank account debit. You are receiving only 16,000. Calls in area account 2,000 because this you are not receiving, and to share first call total 18,000. Clear this thing? But here I am not opening the calls in area account. Simply I have written bank account debit to share first call. I am receiving only 16,000. This shareholder who is having 100 share, that I am not writing, that we are not receiving. Clear this thing? Now have a look to the question again. In question they are saying shareholder who is having 100 share failed to pay first call and his share is forfeited. It means after first call only we are forfeiting the share. So here first of all we have to calculate the called up shares. This they have written final call is not made. It means this they are not making. This is uncalled capital. So called capital is 30 for application, 20 for allotment, 50 and 20 for first call only. They have called only 70 rupees out of 100. Now when we forfeit the share, now cancellation of share, when we cancel the share, our share capital reduce. So I have to debit my share capital as my share capital is reducing. And we have raised capital up to rupees 70 only. It means the capital will be reduced by 70 only. A shareholder who is having 100 rupees is not pay, his share is cancelled. That's why 100 into 70, it means share capital will be reduced by 7,000. Now, when the first call dues, we'll debit the share first call. We have debited the share first call, but now the person is not paying this first call, so we have to cancel the debit balance of first call. That's why we will credit. Here we'll write share first call, the amount which we have not received. See, this question is related with the first issue, when the premium on forfeited share is received. Now here I am cancelling the share, but the premium is received to me. The premium is received to me. In that case, I told you security premium reserve account will not be debited. That we will not touch. Clear this thing? If we have received the premium, we'll keep it side only. Will not write in cancellation entry. Clear? Share capital account debit to share first call, the amount which we have not received. Yani on 100 shares we are not receiving 20 rupees. It means total 2000 we are not receiving. Clear this thing? And after that, to share forfeiture. Forfeited account or forfeiture account. Now on this share, on this 100 share, application money also we have received. Allotment money along with the security premium. As I told you, the security premium is transfer in security premium reserve account. We will not touch. So on allotment we have received 20 rupees, and in total 50 received we have 50 rupees we have received. That we are not going to return to that person. That we will transfer in share forfeiture account. That is 50 into 100, which is 5,000 rupees. So this is an entry for cancellation of share when the premium is received. Clear this thing? Share capital account debit with 7,000. To share first call, the amount which we have not received, and in share forfeiture account we'll write the amount which we have received. We are going to cancel the shares. Clear? Now in this question they are saying after the cancellation, reissued a shares, it means this 100 share we are reissuing at the rate of 60. When we reissue, entry will be, again share capital will be credit and we are receiving money. Bank account debit to share capital account. See, we are issuing this 100 shares at the rate of at 60 rupees, but the called up amount is 70. It means the share capital is 70. We are raising the share capital with 70. It means 100 into 70. 7,000 will write here. But we are receiving only 60 rupees. It means in bank only 6,000 will come. Now we are having a loss by issuing the shares, and this loss will be compensated by the amount which we have already received on that shares from this only. We can, here is a loss, the share forfeiture account will be debit by 1,000. Now forfeit, we have in our forfeiture account we have total 5,000, but this 1,000 we are the loss is incurred, so now only 4,000 is left in share forfeiture account, which is related to this 100 shares only. Now to this we are not going to use again, so this we will transfer in capital reserve account so that we can use it for a other purpose. So last entry will make share forfeiture account debit, share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve. Capital reserve account. See, on this share we have a profit of 5,000 shares because this amount we are not going to return to the shareholder who did not pay the first call. So this 5,000 is our only. Now out of this 5,000, when we reissued the share, we incurred a loss. Here we have a loss. See, if we are having loss, that loss will be compensated from this amount only. And after compensating, still 4,000 is left for this 100 shares, and that we will transfer in capital reserve account. Clear? I hope this is clear to you. The first thing, when the premium on forfeited share is received, when the forfeiture takes place after receiving the premium amount. Clear? Now come to the second.